Karl's found love on the street before, haven't you?
How's it going with your bird, Karl? Are you married?
Yeah. No.
How long have you been out with her? Going out with her?
7 years.
Because, I mean, you're quite a simple man.
Yeah.
You're sort of a simple
In a
in
nice
many
way.
ways.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
in the
like
best
Helen
sense.
from Big Brother.
Yeah,
You're sort of nice enough, but...
But I look normal.
Well, yeah, you sort of do. But you could be one of those that just suddenly go mental with a pen.
Yeah,
Do you know
just
what I mean?
stab people through the eyes.
Yeah, you sort of look normal, but if I wouldn't really want to wind you up to a point of frenzy.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you found out and said
We worked at the same place.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work, you met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her
Why
at
are you
work?
having an attack on me? You're the
not
one
having an
who's
attack
sad and lonely.
Oh, he's done you again! He's done you
Yeah, but what I thought was interesting was I just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
It's like a
but
bear caught in a trap.
It's funny, innit? You'll never learn. Karl...
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was, because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
Alright, jeez. I love the fact he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, you know, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And
Oh, what's this? Where's that come from?
He's done it again. He's done you again.
I was walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
You did start it though, didn't you?
Well, Karl, I'm glad you brought this up. because I mean, for me, you know, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show on XFM on a Saturday afternoon is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way.
Oh, God. In the week, I called Karl up. I said, how are you, mate? He went, not too bad. Now, as you know, his girlfriend's been away for ages, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Covering the World Cup, the African
Nations
Cup. She's a sports journalist.
Well, yeah.
All right, okay.
I love the fact you're thinking, what does that mean? Like, well, she's not much of a journalist, Rick, to be honest.
Oh.
I've read some of her stuff.
No, but she's not on air. She does stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sure.
A lot of journalists do. You always want to make clear that you're not going out with Kate Adie. That's what you want to make clear, isn't it? Yeah. Now, so she'd seen none of the meteoric rise of Karl as a
Right, 'cause
broadcaster.
she's been away for the whole time
a
since you've sort
raconteur,
of become...
a wit,
Yeah.
a cult figure, to be honest. And he hadn't told her this. So apparently he went home and she was sitting there, looking a bit grumpy. He went, all right, she went, yeah. She went, should we go out then? She went, I'm not sure I want to go out with an idiot. Right?
Oh, no!
Yeah. And she went, Loch Ness Monster. Why don't you just think? Of course the Loch Ness Monster lives in Loch Ness. And she was giving a bit of a hard time. And she went, that's why he said, that's why I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her really. Same thing happened when I was at school and I had to play drums in Little Donkey.
Karl, are you thinking of starting a family?
Only if, like, an accident happens or something.
Yeah. Were you there, Rick, when we were chatting about this the other day?
Oh, yeah, no.
What did you say,
Well,
Karl?
we were talking about his career and that, because he's on MTV, and I was going, oh, you got to do this now. He's going, look, if it happens, it happens. I've said to Suzanne, if it happens, it happens. She goes, well, what are your plans? If it happens, staying with a baby. She said, are we going to have kids or not? I go, look, if it happens, it happens. I go, well, how would it happen? He goes, if a condom splits.
Amazing. I love the idea that that's the way you plan for a child. Imagine telling them that. Where was I conceived? Can't remember. The condom split.
Yeah. You're an accident.
I love that. The romantic nature of that is
Although I
just
was told I was an
extraordinary.
accident, but, you know, it doesn't
Well,
matter,
fair
does it?
enough.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Do many people sit down and say, right, do you think we should?
Yes.
Well, as they lay down.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
You can't sit down, you haven't got time for that discussion.
No, it doesn't mean the conception. I think it means bringing up a child till it's 18.
But the thing is, as well, it's one of them, innit? It's like, if you think about having one, you go, well, the sort of negatives, you know, outweigh the positives,
Yeah.
I think. Right?
Go on.
But if you have one, you go, oh, it's not that bad, is it?
So what are the positives and what are the negatives?
Like I say, the negatives outweigh it. I can't think of that many positives. They get in the way, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Cost you a lot.
Costs a lot of money. Same with marriage. Like Suzanne's saying, we'll get married, so what for?
Well, marriage doesn't cost anything.
Well, it does.
Well, no, not if you go to the registry office and then
Yeah,
buy
but
a
then,
house.
but then what's the point?
Well, tax breaks, you know, presents.
I don't think you get them anymore.
Don't you?
I looked into that.
You old romantic. What would you rather have, a ring or a 3% saving?
yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I don't see the point anyway.
I got down on one knee and presented her with some inland revenue forms.
yeah.
Just to show the benefits.
That is great. I mean, if you are planning it, I think you've got to involve me and Steve in the radio station, because it'll be... I mean, you take quite a lot on, don't you? So if you've got a kid at home and you're not sleepy, you haven't slept since you were 12, you've got this, you've got MTV, you've got a kid, you know, it might be one step too far, because I wouldn't want to push you over the edge.
Well, Nancy, go on, sorry.
No, I just was going to say, I was talking to Suzanne last night about it and saying, you know, about earning money and that, and she said, well, you're already sort of earn a little bit more than me, so, you know, if you get loads of money, she said, I'd be happy staying at home and doing nothing, maybe looking after a kid. I said, oh, so that's not happening.
Right.
I said, I could have a load of money now tucked away, I could have won some money and I wouldn't tell you. I still want sort of that check offer every month, because I get a check offer to sort of pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I think you need to keep that in a relationship.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Work as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not working as a team.
Of course it is.
Well, no, you share everything. Sharing everything is working as a team,
Yeah.
whether
Not
you earn
you
most or whether
stashing
it's you.
some 35 grand back.
It's not like you think that, oh no, I won the pools, but I give her half, she'll get lazy, she'll just sit around the house doing nout. So she's still got to go to work in a job she hates.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, she thinks that it'd be the worst thing that could happen if we got a load of money. Because she'd want to go to Egypt, I'd say I'm not going.
Why would she want to go to Egypt?
I don't, that's what I said.
No, why would she? Why does she want to go to Egypt? She wins a lot of money.
She said it's meant to be pretty good.
So the incredible wonders of the pyramids and the Sphinx and so on, that's not of any interest to you?
I've seen it though on the telly and that. I don't want to go all that way just to see it.
Exactly.
Right.
No, exactly. That's
To experience other cultures, other lifestyles, travel broadens the mind.
Well, you don't.
No, not really.
You've seen enough different ones here, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's parts of Wiven. Oh, you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't want to make enough money. You don't want to make a lot of money because you're worried that Suzanne might want to go to Egypt.
And then that'll be.
No.
And that's
I
going to
don't
tear
want
you
to tell
apart.
her that I'm making a lot of money. I can still tuck it away.
Right.
And what will you do with it? When
But when are you going to spend it?
When
What are
you
spending
turn
it on?
up in a big converted limo, it goes da 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 da. Come on, we're going to bingo. Where'd you get the car from? Never thee mind. Right? What? Won't you be suspicious? When you've got a pet chimp. You know what I mean?
What are you? I mean, yeah. What would you spend it on? Is there nothing that you want for?
No, I've never. No, there's now at the moment. Honestly, it's I'm quite happy. Do you know what I mean? I don't ask for much.
But you're not happy. You're always whinging and moaning.
Always whinging.
Clearly, there's something wrong.
What if someone gave you? Well, okay, right. Let's be serious. We're not talking about billions, right? But if someone gave you a cash injection, just a one-off cash payment of £250,000, okay, what would you do with it? I mean, that's too easy, because that should obviously be a house. That should be the best house you can find in London.
I'd probably want to go and see a tornado.
Karl's in a bad mood already. He's been in about 3 minutes and he's in a bad mood, getting stressed. If you can't hack it, leave. What's the matter with you?
No, I'm just saying. It's been... I was meant to enjoy last Saturday off and I didn't.
Why not? Why is that our fault? Because you weren't here?
Just because... I don't know, but...
Are you not in the Christmas spirit?
Why didn't you enjoy last Saturday?
What did you do?
I went all the way back up north again, right? Because it was Suzanne's dad's birthday, right? I was busy last week, didn't have time to get him a present or anything.
Didn't have time to give him.
So I got to Euston Station, bought a card for him, which was a Christmas card, so he wasn't happy because he was saying it's my birthday, and I said, well, I won't be seeing you again. So I've got a joint card, and then we went out...
Did you get him a present?
Well, no, because we went out on Saturday night for something to eat at this pub that he likes that does nice steak and onion rings, right?
Lovely.
So he should have been happy anyway.
Yeah.
But...
What, you paid for it?
No.
But you should have been happy anyway.
Suzanne paid for that because it is her dad, right, not mine. So I said, all right, what can I do? I said to her. So she said, just buy a few drinks or something. Anyway, I didn't get around to getting drinks. 'cause he
I
didn't
can't
say that
believe
long.
it.
Didn't get
Can't believe it.
round to getting the
Right,
drinks.
so
Right.
I said, right, I'll pay for the cab. right?
Oh, what a lovely Christmas gift that is.
Yeah,
So-
£2.50.
I paid, no, it was like
in
3
Manchester
quid
it
there,
is.
3 quid back.
So
Oh.
£6 you spent on him.
Well, no, I spent more, see, that's what he said. He
You
said,
get the
oh,
Bolton and back, can't
he
you,
said,
for that?
he said, oh, you've spent on me 6 quid for my birthday. I said, no, I haven't, because I gave the taxi driver a tip.
I'm a little bit worried about his attitude as well. Because even if, I mean, that is a stingy present, but you don't say...
Well, I mean, let's be honest, that's the worst Christmas gift ever, because, I mean, you're pretty bad, like we discussed in the past, but at least you spend a bit of money.
Yeah.
It's just thoughtless.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
I
You haven't
know.
given him any time. I mean, I would...
And I knew my demographic. They loved it, my
Oh, yeah,
family.
yeah, the
they couldn't
scratch
believe their luck. You know.
Well, a tenner.
You spent a tenner on him.
Well, the cab fare was 6 quid.
But the thing is, he doesn't. It's not. I don't think he's saying that. I think it's the fact that this is like, you know, frittering away in everyday
it's
life.
kind of
he would
thoughtless, isn't
he would have loved to. I'm sure he would have been appreciative of a lovely £10 gift that you cared about and bought. A book he probably likes, Fly Fishing, doesn't he, by J.R. Hartley. If you'd have bought that, he'd have gone, "That's what I was looking for." Or what I was looking for, Karl. Bloody hell, Karl, you little bald twat. That's just what I wanted. So. All right, so just calm down.
So what have you got planned for Christmas? Is this what, I mean, are you doing the same French with
Karl,
Suzanne?
excellent. You've paid me milk bill for this week. That were nice.
I'm spent this year.
So
That's it.
have you planned anything for Suzanne, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna...
I'm taking her out Christmas Day for something to eat.
Well, does she know that? Was that?
She's working today, so she, you know, so...
Right, okay.
So what Christmas gift have you got?
That's it, I'm taking her out.
What, you haven't got a present?
No, because we spent a lot
Don't
this
forget,
year.
that's half yours, though. You're going to be eating. You're not going to just be sitting there watching her eat, going, "Oh, I'm hungry, but I spent all." You're going to be eating as well. That's half yours.
So she's got
Look at his
nothing to unwrap.
face. He looks like a cat who's
But
been
wait a
hit.
minute, she's got nothing to unwrap. There's nothing. She's going to hand something over to you, because I've met the woman. She will. She'll hand something over. You'll open it. You'll love it.
I might get something today.
But you shouldn't take me to begrudgingly persuade you to do it.
God.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so...
Yeah. Well, we're gonna. It's time for White Van Man.
White Van Man. Yes,
Just
for
explain
those
what it is.
that don't buy the Sun, they think it's beneath them. White Van Man is a column they have, I think, every day actually, and they just get sort of some, you know, Joe Public to kind of comment on the week's news. Just seemed to me, you know, that it might be interesting to get Karl's views on some of the big events.
Not because we think that Karl hasn't got a valid sort of viewpoint.
No.
Because Karl sees the world differently to some people. That's all. And that's what's interesting. You know, like an artist does, or a.
Exactly. Yeah, he's very bohemian in his outlook.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you're up to scratch on this week's news?
I don't like this, but
Don't you?
Don't just relax.
Why not?
it's pressure.
No, because you
It's
just
not
have to
best,
give
just-
us your first
just
opinion.
for your honest answer. That's all we've ever asked of you, Karl, and it's all you've ever given us. Your honest, your first from the heart view. Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
worry. Just relax.
Just chill out.
Are you worried that people are listening and thinking you're an idiot?
If my girlfriend's listening now, go and have a wash or something.
Go and have a wash.
Not very nice, is it? Is it the opposite of Napoleon and Josephine? Yeah, go on, go on. If you're going to visit me again, Josephine, for Christ's sake, wash.
Well, I'll ease you in with something fairly easy, a music-based question. Kylie Minogue versus Dido as Queen of the Brits. What's your view there?
Go and have a wash.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
What does it really matter?
With the Brits.
What do you make of the real-life Mowgli who's surviving in a Transylvanian countryside? Apparently, I don't know much about this story.
I don't know.
You know Mowgli, he's
Is
the
that
guy
one
from
of
the
them?
Jungle Book.
Yeah.
The little kid that grew up with bears and animals and stuff. Apparently there's a real-life one in Transylvania.
What were the things in Gremlins?
What were the what? In Gremlins they were...
Well, wait.
Gremlins.
Okay, this is an example. This is what your girlfriend said. Think. What were the things in Gremlins called?
I can't remember.
Just, I mean,
It's
really.
something like that, isn't it?
No, wait. Just really think now, Karl. Just with everything you've ever, with all the brain power you've ever used, think what the things in Gremlins were called.
It's not there.
There's a clue here.
Oh no.
Yeah. By the way, you know when he was talking about Mowgli? You know he was going to talk about Mowgli and you said, oh, what are the Gremlins called?
Yeah.
Were you thinking of, Mugwai.
Yeah, but they
To
were
be
still...
fair,
They were
called Gremlins. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
but-
yeah. I know what you're thinking. I know, to be fair.
But my girlfriend won't be listening now, so she'll still think I'm a bit daft.
Why would she ever think that? How long have you been going out with her?
About 8 years.
Well then, why would she ever think you're daft? That's the only stupid thing you've ever said, the Mogwai thing. Why would she ever think she's going out with a, to be honest,
Mm.
a retard?
I think it's a very beautiful relationship you must have, you know. Because it's odd, like, I mean, she's a professional journalist or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and she works for, is it, Radio 5 or something?
BBC Sport.
BBC Sport.
TV.
And you're a man who never even got
her
your exam
English
results.
quite good. Is English quite good? Her?
Really good.
Yeah.
So,
And did she do her exams?
yeah, she's quite bright.
Sure. So what do you bring to the relationship?
I think take the pressure off her.
Take the pressure off her to do what?
You know, like when she's had a stressful day and she comes home and talks to me, I think.
Yeah.
You would relax me, and that's the truth. I honestly, if you know, Karl, he can just go, wow, it's all right. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't. You don't get stressed. He sits in his little booth now. He doesn't talk to anyone. His little sound booth all the week, and you're in your own little world, aren't you? Steve.
Yes.
Karl came round to my flat.
Mm.
It was Tuesday night, wasn't it?
Nice place.
Now, thanks. Now, last week after the show, I think you guys were in the time you were in the toilet. Like, Karl got out the lottery ticket that he bought. He went, "I'm feeling really confident tonight." Right. He was going. I laughed. He went, "No, seriously." He said, "Look at the numbers." And I looked at him, and I think they were 4, 6, 8, 20, 36, 48, weren't they? He was going, "I just got a feeling about those." I went, "Sure." He went, "Although, you know, my girlfriend said that, you know, if I won the lottery, we'd probably split up because we like such different things, meaning she likes to travel and he doesn't." And so he said, so what I said was, "Well, if I win, then I won't tell you. I'll just treat you a little bit more." Brilliant.
That's brilliant logic.
That is great. Anyway.
I'll look after her.
Oh, I imagine you take care of her, yeah. Yeah, you're a good guy. How would you do it then? You just sneak little gifts in, slowly over many years?
Yeah.
You don't think she'd rumble, the fact that you, like, don't work anymore and drive a Lamborghini?
Well, I'd still do this, I think.
What, just, like, as a kind of beard, as a cover story?
Yeah, just pop
So
in
you'd
there.
pretend to come to work, but maybe off partying and stuff in the daytime?
Yeah.
Clever.
Now, he didn't win.
Okay.
I phoned him up Saturday night, he went, one number. One number. I think it was 8, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
well, there was a lot of 8s on my piece of paper, wasn't there? So I think it was either an 8 or an 18 or a 48.
And he went, and he was disappointed. He said, "Waste of time." I went, "Well," he said, "No, waste of time." He said, "I've worked it out." I went, "Go on." He went, "There are 26 letters in the alphabet." I went, "Yeah." He went, "Think how many words you can make out of them." He went, "There are 48 numbers on the lottery." I went, "Yeah, 60 million to 1. He went, "Yeah." Not worth it.
I looked into that in the week, right? And there's even less letters in the Welsh alphabet. They've only got 20, and yet they've got loads of words as well. So even 20, the chances, if there was 20 numbers and you had to pick 6 winners, it'd still be really...
Unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You should be a mathematician. And anyway, so we got talking about it. We got talking, that was me, him and Jane around there. And I told Jane that he said about, if you won the lottery, you know, he doesn't like travel. And she went, "Why do you like travelling?" And he went, "Well, I don't like planes. I'm really scared of planes and that." And she went, "Well, if you won the lottery, you could have a world cruise." And he went, "No." She went, "You don't fancy it?" I went, "No." He said, "If you go on a world cruise, what do you do next year?"
I know
Gay people.
I
Go
know
out
a few
late.
gay people, and they start to party late on. That's
Yeah.
why in Soho, right? Girlfriend got in a cab, right? Suzanne was in a cab, and the cab driver was taking her to an early start, right? She works at the BBC.
Yeah.
Early start, 4 in the morning. It was going down. It was mental in Soho at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
They were all still like starting the night out.
How do you know
Whereas-
how do you know they're gay?
It's Soho, isn't it?
Beast.
It's always when my girlfriend's working away. I always think about odd things,
Do you?
odd times.
Doesn't she leave you shiny things or videos in so you don't get too depressed? You can.
Well, last night when I sent you that text, that was
Right.
Right, let's play a record. This sounds intriguing, because I'm worried
it
that
is
Karl's a
intriguing.
bit...
It's incredible. Right, play a record. Right, wait for this text that Karl sent me. Woke up this morning, yeah.
Feeling fine.
It's not a blues song. And I turned my phone on, and it was from Karl, and it went, "Forget it, I've made my mind up." And I thought,
Wow.
what is that? And I phoned
Forget
him.
it, I've made my
Yeah,
mind.
I went, "Karl, what is it?" He went, "Oh no, it's about the text I sent you last night." I went, "Well, what was it? I just got this text." He went, "Oh, I was just wondering, I was thinking last night." He said, "Supposing you had to have your hands removed,
Sure.
right?" And the doctor said, "Well, you can either have them stay like that with stumps, or I can sew feet there. What would you have? And I was bleary-eyed, and I went, the stumps? He went, yeah. I went, alright? He went, yeah.
And then what was his follow-up text to that?
And then I got the text, it was obviously before it, and it went, and it was like quite serious. What would you do if surgeon's not doing your hands? Would you have stumps or the feet, right? Now the way, when I said, he's made his mind up, and I went the stumps, he went, yeah. I think secretly he decided on the feet, but was too embarrassed to tell me.
There's a little bit of what would you do? Because
But why did you think of this? Why did you think of this?
Girlfriend's away, right?
Yeah, no, that's not why you start thinking bizarre
I'll tell
surgery
you now,
devices.
right? I'll let you into my little mind, right? Last night, I had some beans on toast, right? She was away.
It's good already.
She was away, she had some beans on toast, she
Yeah.
went wild.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I was stood up, I live on like on a high street, right? So I'm washing up, I'm looking out the window. First thing that had my attention is, I can look into other people's flats, right?
Yeah.
And it was weird how all these different lives were going on, I was watching them, and everybody had the telly on and was watching Volcano, right? Which was on last night.
Right.
And I thought, oh, that's weird, right? I can see them all watching it. And it was like a little Chinese lad who was dancing around in some underpants.
Yeah.
And then there's a little old woman who lives downstairs who was reading a book, and she's always reading a book every night, and it's like, I have a better life than her. And then there's like some sort of bouncer who's always getting ready to go out late at night with all the black on. He looks like a bouncer. So I was watching all this life going on, I thought...
Did you witness a murder while you were doing this?
Yeah.
It was like that sort of Sliver film where that bloke had loads of tellies watching people's lives. So that was going on in my mind. And then I was washing up, and I picked up the plate, and I thought, oh, it's amazing, isn't it? The human body. The way you can just sort of, you know, I want to pick that up, and you do.
Yeah.
And the way your hands work, right?
Yeah.
You've got 5 little digits, but it's just the right amount to do what you've got to do, right? So I'm cleaning the plate.
Sorry, Carl. Stop. It's just the right amount. Might be one of the most genius things I've ever heard said. I would love David Attenborough to phone you up and say, Carl, how do I word this about the evolution of the mammalian front limb? Just go, we'll just say it's the right amount.
But it is. One
of course
extra
it
would
is.
get in the way.
Yeah.
And one less would just make it that little bit more tricky when picking up a bit of a slippery dish.
Sure, or buying gloves. Yeah.
A slippery dish.
So then I was thinking, alright, imagine like going to the doctors and he's saying, yeah, everything's alright, your heart's good and everything, but...
Your art's good? What, your Larry's, or...?
Yeah, your heart, you're in good form and what have you. It's good news. You know, I had Giano in earlier. He's not looking good.
Yeah. Fat Waller.
But you're alright, but your hands need to come off.
Right. Blimey.
But,
That's bad. Like, I'd get a second opinion initially.
but a better good news, I've got a nice pair of feet I can sort you out with.
Yeah.
And he puts them on, and then I was thinking, right, first of all, washing up, what would that be like? I thought,
Steve.
that'd be tricky.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was, it'd probably ruin the sort of the shape of your jumper.
Because you have to keep putting the feet through there. Yeah.
And then I thought, but I could still cycle in
Okay.
to work.
You could run in.
Well, that's the thing.
You'd be really fast.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought I could still cycle because I could balance, and then I thought, but the only thing is I probably couldn't pull the brakes. Because of the little short things.
Yeah.
And then, like you, I thought, but then again, you'd running in half the time. So that's what was going on in last night.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about. But so, you know, my girlfriend's always saying, you know, what impresses you?
Yeah.
You know, because she was saying the other day, do you want to go to Egypt? And I said, no, not really.
No.
She goes, well, don't you want to see the pyramids?
Not interested.
It's like, I've seen them on the telly.
Okay.
You know,
Sure.
are they going to be that much more amazing when you see them in real life?
Good point. How did you ever move out of your street in Manchester?
But hang on, no, sorry, I'm interested to know because this is something that that he came up with, and this is someone that loves him and that he respects. So I'm interested to see what was your answer to what impresses you.
I don't think I did answer it. I just said, you know, the odd
You
thing.
just said I'm asleep.
Little things. Little things, like I ran home the other night and said, oh, I've just learnt something today. She goes, go on. And, you know, Lego bricks?
Oh yeah.
The name came about because some kid's mum, the kid was messing with the bricks, and she said, let go of them and come and have your dinner.
Play record.
It's got to be rubbish. It's got to be
Play
rubbish.
It's always rubbish, isn't it?
I mean, the one thing I do like about this show, for all its faults, is the
Honesty.
yeah, I mean, that can be good and bad. I mean, some people think it's sloppy, arrogance, laziness, you know,
They'd be
thoughtlessness.
right.
Yeah. But, I like to think it's honesty. It's like a peek into the mind and workings of Karl Pilkington. He just said to me, because he was shaking, because he said to me, and I quote, he said, he's just whittering to himself, I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
I know.
I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
No, but you did. I mean, I wonder if I lived on my own if I'd still be about. Because I just neglect myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for all I've eaten
A
this
lot of
morning,
self-abuse. Is that what you're saying?
I had lasagna last night that I messed up, right?
Why did you mess it up?
Cooked it for too long. It was like a brick. Right? And she called up and said, have you eaten? I went, yeah. She went, was it nice what you have? I said, lasagna. Was it nice? I thought, I don't want her to worry, because she's probably been out and had a good meal with all the work people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, well, you know.
And she went, okay, bye. And I go, that can't go, yeah, I bet he cooked it like a brick. I bet he threw it away. Anyway, gin and tonic.
And I had Scotch pancakes for breakfast. That is all I've had. So I'm starving, I'm shaky. Plus I've got that restless leg syndrome still going on, which I can't get rid of.
What's restless leg syndrome?
I find, if I go to bed, right, my body's tired but my legs aren't.
Are you like Michael Flatley?
You have to get up and do a bit of tap dancing.
Do they just keep going even
Just
when
keep-
you're
keep
asleep?
moving about, so I have to get up and stretch them or something. Or I've worked out that if I put a pillar on, like, the bedpost down at the other end,
Yeah.
if I have my legs higher than my heart, it calms it down a bit.
Is this why Suzanne works away so often?
I don't know, it's weird.
To get a decent night's sleep.
I put it down to Smarties and that. It's like a sugar thing. But,
Stop eating them.
apparently Bob Mortimer's got it as well.
No, he's got arthritis.
Was he?
You told me
Yeah.
in the week that you've mastered moonwalking.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Is that one of the
I'll
things
see
you
that
did, like, in the middle of the night?
It's moon sleepwalking.
Yeah.
He just gets out, he finds himself walking backwards and wakes up and goes, oh god, I'm brilliant at this.
Right,
So-
so, listen, what we're doing now, we getting a debate going about... Actually, right?
Go on. We're struggling, go on.
No.
You can help me out here, Karl, you've got an idea. I can see it in your eyes, he's got a brilliant idea. Wait for it, go on.
No. It's something, when I was looking on the web, found something out.
Go on.
It's a story about a woman who had a baby.
What are you talking about?
Now, listen, Karl, you're going on holiday. You need a little rest, don't you?
Yeah.
What's the vibe? What's the vibe of the day? What's the
Just,
what's the crack on holiday? Come on.
Where are you going?
Madeira.
Right.
Good.
It's for Suzanne's dad, right? My girlfriend's dad. He's 60, so
Yeah,
She's
that's the
taking-
average age in Madeira.
checking...
I've been.
is it?
It's good, it's quite, yeah.
Well,
My mate Damo went to Madeira, and he was worried about sort of terrorism on the plane, and he looked around and he thought, well, if someone gets up, someone will wrestle him to the floor, and he looked around, and he was the only one he realised could have got out of his seat quickly enough. So, you'll enjoy it, it's quite quiet, it's nice.
It'll be alright. I mean, it's the first time a mum and dad have been away, so...
Whatever.
Abroad, yeah. So
Right.
they're worrying about... They just don't understand the rules and stuff, so they're panicking a bit. And then in the week he called
they know
up...
Well,
that
they're going to take livestock.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting like that. It was like...
Are they filling loads of Durags with heroin as we speak?
Exactly.
No, but, do they know about passports expiring, don't they? I mean, they're not completely stupid.
they know about all that, right?
Yeah.
And he called up in the week, one of the questions said, what's the best thing, when you're going abroad, what's the best thing to use to carry tea bags? So it was like, what are you worrying about that for? They'll sell tea bags out there. And he's like, well, we want to take our own. It's like, they'll sell tea bags.
Yeah.
And he's worrying about that. He's saying, can I put it in a glass jar? So put it in a glass jar then. He's saying, oh, I'll bubble wrap it. So he's bubble wrapping a tea thing. It's just, I mean, it is annoying me a bit, because it's meant to be a week off from you annoying me, and already he's niggling me.
Yeah.
But you are easily wound up. You are a very finicky little fussy person. You don't like the slightest bit of pressure. See, I thrive on pressure. I'm working here, working there.
That's the way
Bada
I
bang.
work as well. That's always doing stuff, monkey news, job, what I mean?
Oh yeah, monkey news. I got an email.
Songs
I
of
won't read
phrase.
it to on air. It's rubbish. But
Yeah,
that's one
not-
feature.
not
That's
as
my
easy
bit
as
done.
that,
That's
not
all
as
I
easy
have
as
to
that.
do.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I'm away next week, do monkey news and see what you can find out. Alright?
Karl Pilkington is on holiday
Sunning
as we speak.
himself. Where was he going? Mauritius, was it?
Madeira.
Madeira.
I think with his girlfriend's parents. You remember last week he was worried they'd never been abroad, and her dad was saying, what's the way to pack tea bags?
Yeah.
Carl's going, you get him over there. He was going, can I put him in a jar? He goes, put him in a jar. I phoned him up in the week, just before he went, I think Friday, said, have a nice time. And, Sunday, and he said, guess what he's doing now? What he said? He's packing margarine.
Of course he is.